Today we're taking a quick look at the brand new LUMIX 26mm f8 pancake lens. Now, in case you missed it, this week LUMIX announced a few new products. One being the LUMIX S9, a compact everyday carry camera. And if you want to see my first look at the LUMIX S9, check out the link in the description below. But something else they introduced was the LUMIX 26mm f8 pancake lens, which we'll take a look at here today. And so getting right into my thoughts on this lens, let's break down this lens, starting first with the overall image quality. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't take a lot of samples with this lens because I was primarily shooting with the S9 and the 28-200. But when I did pair this with the Sigma FP, I absolutely loved it. The Sigma FP has that just amazing focus magnification. And one thing you'll notice with this lens is while it does have electronic connectors, it is a manual focus lens only. That is something that got mixed reviews when it was first announced. And I do wish it was an autofocus lens because that would have made the S9 so compact and such a good compact autofocus camera. But I can see that with trying to keep this lens relatively small, there was some sacrifices that needed to be made. And so know that going into it, it is going to be a manual focus lens. And on top of that, the lens does breathe pretty heavily, but I'll be honest, it is a hell of a lot of fun to use. Now, the other thing to mention is that this is an f8 lens, and the whole point of this lens is really to give you enough depth so that you can pretty much get any shot and not miss any shot, because f8, a lot of things are going to be in focus. And so this is absolutely a street photography lens because with that f8 aperture, again, more things are going to be in focus. Yes, there are some things to be left desired like autofocus or maybe more focus breathing compensation, but for what it is, I really enjoyed using the lens and enjoyed the results that I got from this lens. And so let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the build of the lens. And honestly, there's probably even less to notate with the build because it's a small pancake lens. You're really just going to get a focus ring and that's it. It doesn't even come with a lens cap. Now that may drive some people nuts, but you can easily find like a cine style lens cap that will fit around the outer diameter of the lens if you're really wanting a lens cap. But honestly, this is made to be as minimalistic as possible. It is a plastic build and you will have electronic connectors, but that's really there just to kind of transmit information to the camera. And then talking about the size, I'll list somewhere on the screen the specifics around the size, but really that's it with the build. It's a plastic lens. There's no weather sealing. It's very minimalistic, but the key point to this is how small it makes your setup. Because right now I have it on the Sigma FP and you can see that it is tiny. And one thing I love about it is the fact that the lettering is darker, and so it just matches the FP really well, having that more kind of like blacked out text on it. There are some markings on the top, but when you're looking at it straight on, it looks like it could be just like a murdered out kind of black on black concept, and I love that. And so with that said, who is this lens for? Honestly, anybody that really just wants a small EDC setup or everyday carry setup for the S9 or the FP, this is an amazing lens for that. This lens will retail for $199, and that may be a little overpriced for what you're getting, but what's nice about it is if you do pre-order the S9 or maybe a combo package with the S9, I believe they're including this lens for free. And so definitely take advantage of that discount. Overall, I really do like this lens. I think it's a fun lens to use. And so if you are looking for an everyday carry lens for the new LUMIX S9 or the Sigma FP, I would definitely check out the LUMIX 26mm f8. And so that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like. And if you're digging the overall content from the channel, consider subscribing. If you do have any questions about this lens, let me know in the comments below or reach out to me on Instagram and we can start a conversation there. As always, thank you for joining. Go and find your journey, go embrace life, and remember, I have a lot of bunnies in my yard, but I like ducks.